Imagine being the top quarterback in all of high school football, with scholarship offers pouring in from every college powerhouse in the nation, and a straight shot to the NFL almost guaranteed. But instead of getting ready to go play for the college you've always dreamed of, you're packing your bags headed to basic training. Well, my name is Brian Cunningham, and unfortunately, this is my story.
Tommy, you're a genius.
Growing up with a father in the military, I was always on the move. Texas, California, Kentucky, New Hampshire. I lived all over the country. But for the past 4 years, I've been right here in Wichita, Kansas. My dad joined the Army fresh out of high school, but he wasn't the first. My grandfather was a Marine and fought overseas. My great-grandfather also was a Marine and served in World War II. That's 3 different generations of service. So yeah, the military runs deep in my blood. My pops met my mom when he was stationed in California. She worked at some coffee shop near the base. They got married not long after, moved from state to state, base to base, and then somewhere between deployments, I was born. Growing up in a military household can seem like a prison at times, but luckily, since I'm the only child, I got away with a lot more than I probably should have. But even still, that didn't mean things were easy. Everything had rules. When to wake up, how to make my bed, how to speak, how to sit at the dinner table. My parents didn't play around. Respect, discipline, and order weren't just expected, they were demanded. I remember getting in trouble for leaving my shoes by the door or for forgetting to say yes sir or yes ma'am. Even something as simple as being 5 minutes late felt like I had just committed a felony. That kind of structure can either make you or break you, but for me, it gave me something else, a drive, a hunger to find a place where I could just be me. And well, that place turned out to be the football field. The first time I strapped on my pads, I was nervous as hell. I didn't know what I was doing, and honestly, I was pretty scared. But as soon as the whistle blew and I made contact, something just clicked. All that built up pressure, all that discipline, it just came pouring out of me. It was the first time I ever felt free. Football didn't just become a sport for me, it was an escape. A place where all that structure I grew up with turned into a strength. And I've been in love with the game ever since. I didn't start playing quarterback until my freshman year when we moved here to Kansas. Bro, I was trash. I tried to model my game after Lamar Jackson, juking and jumping over defenders. But I quickly realized that me and Lamar don't have the same badges. I was out there getting cooked. Credit to my pops, he hired a quarterback coach and I worked with him all summer to get my game right. I was able to improve my throwing mechanics, my timing, my footwork. By the time my junior year came, I was a totally different player. I ended up transferring schools right before the season. That fresh start was all I needed. For the next 2 years, I completely took over high school football, racking up all types of awards along the way. Kansas Player of the Year, 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year, and of course, 2-time state champion. But I think the biggest award of them all was being invited to play in the U.S. Army All-American game. That game really meant a lot to me, and it was a huge deal for my family. Almost everybody flew out to watch me play, and it was really a special moment. Now, of course, colleges from all over the country started reaching out, and it was time for me to go on a few visits. But unfortunately, that's when all my problems started. But Pops, I got offers from all the top programs. Georgia, Bama, USC. I mean, these are once in a lifetime opportunities. I can go pro, make some NIL money, change everything.
The only school you going to is West Point. Every man in this family has served. The Army is where you belong, and that's where you're going to be. Besides, they have a team there just as good as Bama and USC.
Pops, I respect the tradition, but I just want to build something different. Create my own path. And besides, the Army team is not on the same level as those other Power 5 schools. Don't no scouts go there looking for recruits.
Son, I'm not listening to nothing you talking about right now. You knew the plan was for you to go to the military before you even started playing football. We've already had this conversation.
Pops, I know we've already had this conversation, but I'm just trying to get you to see.
God damn it. I don't want to hear shit else about it. You're going to the military and you're going to wear the uniform like all the other men in this family did. Now get the hell out of my face before I get upset.
That interaction was an example of what me and my dad's relationship has always been. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even call it a relationship. It's more like a dictatorship. Whatever he says goes, and my thoughts and opinions just don't matter. I've spent the last 18 years of my life being told what to do and when to do it. Now he's forcing me to go to the military to be controlled for 4 more years. Quite honestly, I just don't think it's fair. After the football season was over, I knew I only had a few more months of high school left. So all that really meant to me was I only had a few more months left before I lost the rest of the little bit of freedom I had. So I went full rebellion. I was barely at school anymore, and if I was, I definitely wasn't paying attention. I was always roaming the halls or in some female's face trying to get on. I mean, I had all my credits, so it really didn't matter. Plus, I've also had perfect attendance since I was a freshman. But this year, nah, I was making sure that didn't happen. Every rule my parents had for me at the crib, I started breaking on purpose. Staying out past my curfew, not doing my chores, talking back, really just anything to piss them off. Well, this led to me and my mom's butting heads. She's always around the house, so of course, she was the first to notice my new behavior. Once my pops found out, things got a little bit out of hand and I ended up getting kicked out the crib. I went to stay at my homie Casey's house. We played on a team together, and honestly, he was my first friend I met when I moved here. Not only that, but his parents is cool as hell. That 2 weeks I spent in his house felt like vacation. All we did was kick it and play the game. Believe it or not, up until that point, I had never smoked before. But Casey, on the other hand, man, that's all he did. Every single night, we get like 2 or 3 different females and hotbox in my car. I swear, it looked like a damn gas chamber in there by the time we were done. Then after that, we go up to Top Golf and hang out there until they kicked us out. Every night ended the same. Me and Casey sneaking 2 girls back into his parents' crib so we could do a little bit of homework. Now, I know to most of y'all this may not seem like much, but coming from the strict household that I grew up in, I never experienced that type of freedom. Unfortunately, my vacation didn't last very long. I think my pops probably sensed that I was having fun and decided to come ruin it. He made me move back home and I've been here miserable ever since. We never even talked about what happened. I mean, everything just went back to normal, honestly. Anyways, National Signing Day came and man, if I'm being honest, bro, I wasn't even excited. I felt like I was being forced to sign my life away or something. But of course, I played it cool and put on a smile for the camera. I ended up going viral on social media when I made my announcement. Yeah, I guess not many 5-stars commit to go play for the Army, so it was kind of a big deal. But anyways, now it's official. I'll be headed off to basic training next week. If I'm being real, I'm a little bit nervous and honestly, I really don't even know what to expect.